Hello, hi, my name is Ken Ajuku. I'm a property investor. I've been investing in property for over 25 years. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how I got started, what I'm actually doing now, and how this is going to help you. What's in it for you? Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not about me, it's about you and what you can do. So I started the traditional way. I worked in the corporate world. I applied for 1,000 applications to different jobs. I eventually got a job in Philips Electronics. I had the situation where they dangled a carrot. They said we'll review your pay after a few months and then we'll increase your salary. This never happened. Months turned into longer months, and then into eventually about a year and a half I was there for. One day I had an epiphany moment where I went to the 13th floor of the building, and this is where they had the corporate, staff reside. So I went there and it was all very nice and plush, luxurious, the days when it was a luxury to have food on tap and drinks on tap inside your office. So they had all this, the nice chrome lifts, the red carpet. It was beautiful. So I went there and I said, oh, so this is how the other half live. My goodness, this is amazing. So I'm working very hard down here and I don't see any of this. What do I have to do to get this kind of life? So that was happening in the back of my mind. That was going on for a long time. I was thinking, I'm going to work hard. I will put everything I can into it. I'll just work hard and save as much as I can. I worked and I could not get out of renting. I was renting a property for, I was in a 1-bedroom flat. I was renting it for a very long time. And it was just getting, it just never got any better. At the end of the month, I had more month than money, the usual story. I said, this has got to stop. I've got to find another way. So eventually I started my own business. It started off slowly in the beginning. Then it started to amass to something that was actually quite huge. I had staff. I was doing very well. I started my own computer company at the time. I employed people. I was doing a lot of money at the end of, every month I could actually see a lot of cash. After I would say probably about, how long did it take me? About 2 years, actually. It took me about 2 years, but I worked hard. I worked really hard. I'm talking about 4 hours sleep every day. And I had enough cash to actually buy my own first property, which was phenomenal. So I spoke to my dad, who was one of my mentors at the time, because he was into property. And he said to me, how much do you have? And he thought I was going to say I had a deposit, because those days, all I knew is that you save up the money and you go and buy a property. I didn't know anything about, having a deposit or whatever. So I told him, I've got enough money to buy the property. He goes, no, you need to leverage that money, put down a deposit, buy a property and use the rest of the money and buy some more property. I didn't really get it, but he showed me this and trained me. There is one regret I had, is that he said, all of this computer equipment you had, I had probably close to £1 million worth of computer equipment, because I was doing, a big business. And he said, sell everything and buy property. I didn't listen, but hey, that was, then now is, the second opportunity to do that. So, I learned a lot. I bought a property. I started doing development. I bought my first property, as I said, around 1993. In the year 2000, I'd done my first development project, which was converting offices into flats, and then, with a ground floor shop. So I did that. That was very good. I learned a lot. I learned how not to hire the wrong workmen. I learned a lot. It was just, there's a saying that says you can learn from mentors or you can learn from mistakes. I learned from a lot of mistakes. I lost money, but I was fortunate to remortgage and get that money back that I lost. So it was, it was a lesson, but I learned it, and I learned it very quickly. I would say that my training initially for the first 10 years started with my own, my own sweat and my own experience. I went out there and I learned how to do it with my hands and, practically, doing it practically. After that, I went on to get mentoring. I paid for mentorships. I paid for training courses. I continue to grow and develop, I'm still developing now. I would never say that one of my sayings is always be learning. Just keep learning, be in learning mode all the time and learn from others. So you could piggyback you can piggyback success. You don't have to do the whole 20 years. You can do something that someone has taken 20 years. You can do it in, say, a year, for example. So that's one of the biggest key learnings for me. So why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because there's a lot of training out there. There's a lot of applications. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Google, you can go on so many different places you can go, but most people may not tell you exactly what you need to do. So I have decided to share this with people because my objective is this. My objective is to make 1,000 people financially free. And in order to do that, I need to, reach out to people so that I can work with those people. But how it's a win-win for me, because most people, when they know something like what I know, they don't tell anybody. They keep it to themselves. And this is one of the myths that people have. They think, okay, since you know how to do this, why on earth would you want to train somebody else? Why on earth would you want to teach somebody else so that they make money? Because you could just make all the money and, just do the trick. Why bother training? So here's my philosophy. I've trained people. I've mentored people, I've coached people, and they've been very successful. That gives me joy. That brings joy to my heart. And what I do now is I JV with people. So, for example, I'm purchasing houses with some of my mentees. I'm buying a block of flats with another set of mentees. This way, everybody wins. They win, I win. Everybody's happy. But in order to do that, I need to train them because they need to know what they're looking for and how to package and to make sure to do the due diligence to make sure that all the boxes are ticked. So this is what it's all about. It's all about knowing what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who to work with. So this is an invitation for you to click on the button. There's an application process. I have to check to make sure that I feel that you're that you and I could fit. We're a close fit. We need to be a close fit because there is going to be some work. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you click on this button and tomorrow, you've got money coming out of your account. No, it's not like that. You will have to do some work. So I need to know commitment from yourself, how many hours you're prepared to do, how much money you're ready to spend on property, how much time you're ready to, commit. If you've done business before, that sort of thing. So it's a very short application form. If you click on the button, you can go through it. You will fill in the application and it links directly into my calendar, and then I'll set up a meeting with you. We'll have a 45-minute discussion to make sure that you are a good fit and I'm a good fit for you, and that you will succeed to bring passive income for yourself and your family. And that's really what it's all about. I don't want to make it into a long story. I don't want to have to do a very long webinar. I just thought I'd put this very short video together because I'm quite busy with other business things that I'm doing. And this is an opportunity that's open to you. Feel free to take that opportunity, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side where we'll be working together. Take care. God bless you. Thank you for spending this time to listen to this message. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.